It's all good.
Um,
What were you saying?
I don't know. I'd like somebody from '06 on this KVK to come in here and just tell me how they just became how they didn't just become basically the most treacherous kingdom to ever play this game. I mean, I don't think that they have a future. Yesterday they were talking trash about your king, calling all Viets. There was a statement made by your king, a screenshot, basically saying that the Viets could not be trusted. And I don't know how today, after what I'm seeing, '06 has the audacity to ally with your king. I'm sorry, but that's just my view. If an ethnicity group is insulted, first of all, I take that to heart, right? That's just racism, and I don't have any belief in that. So, but the second thing is, I mean, this is over a stupid star. '06 today, this morning, apparently went into an agreement with Pence to agree to fight this on the last day for the star or something on the last day, and then they just started to attack us. '02 and '04. If you have any people watching this stream right now, you have no honor. And I have screenshots for the rest of your gaming life, basically proving that your word is worthless. And not because you're not with us, but because a specific question was asked yesterday, right? If 27 and '05 attacked, if you would stand with us, we're not talking about attacking '06, right? I have both leadership, and that's a question I actually asked, not anybody else. I can attest to this. Uh, both of your leadership teams uh, basically agreed to that. Um, Now they were promised whatever. I mean, basically, I don't know, but Laxus, what do you call somebody that actually reacts to basically money or something like that? Isn't that like whore? Isn't that what you? I'm sorry if your stream just got screwed because of that. I'll send you some money. But that's basically what it is. So basically, I'm sorry, '02 and '04. Uh, that's what you are. You basically got bought by a star. You have no honor, and basically, this is just a disgrace. What's happening here on this KBK? This is basically the betrayals, drama of the dramas, and yeah, I don't want to play ever with any of these kingdoms unless they're on the other side. 14 aside, I have to say I know they have your beef with you, but they've had made whole on our word with us, and honestly, when I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do it, right? As I told you yesterday. But goddamn '06, you're just worthless. The kingdom of '06 is worthless.
Yeah.
Their word worthless. Their greed on matchup. I just do not care if this is about a star, about a sig, or anything. You have no word. And listen to me. You can post this and you can tag this with whatever you want. But the kingdom of '06 has no word value. Everything you say has no value. Nobody in SOC or whatever the next thing after this is will believe a damn word you say. And from what I've read, KBK 1, 2, and 3 don't mean a thing. But in SOC, people hold these things to heart, right? And like you've been there from what I gather, right?
No, this is actually my first time playing too, man.
Oh, well, then you are on my boat. But yeah, this is that's gonna definitely uh, have consequences for them. I'm guessing in the future, and if not, well, then just gaming is just backstabbing and just rewards fiasco. But
I think,
yeah, I don't know what your opinion on this is, but honestly, this is just dreadful. This KVK has been just.
to be honest, this
I,
KVK is a
I'd
joke,
rather
man.
right now, just so we're clear, I would right now. Now I have all the fucking right to say what I'm about to say. I would ally with '05 right now just to bury '06 because that's what they deserve. I don't care about any other kingdom right now. I want to bury '06 for what they've done. They've basically overtaken 27 in my hatred list just because 27 was never my ally to begin with. that they broke their agreements and they betrayed everybody in the kingdom, that's one thing. But that an ally of yours did this and we gave them no cause, right? I don't know. We didn't kick them out of any chat. We've not reached any agreements without them being in the room. And actually, we've made whole on everything that we said we were going to do with them.
With '06,
And
right?
that, yeah, with those six, right? I don't know. I'm saying that for all the people who are going to start talking about 14 and '05. Listen, what you did with 14 and '05, you guys kicked each other, you insulted, blah, blah, blah. That's a different story. In '06 and 31, there has been none of that. We have not reached an agreement, but what they did today, nah, 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 nah. See, now our kingdom is free to basically just do whatever we want. And '04 and '02, if you have any honor left, you know what you need to do. I don't even need to say it. But '06, I don't care how far you go, you're gonna be our enemy. And believe me, if I have to buy 20 fucking accounts to bury that server, I will.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I think every kingdom in this KVK is just can be skeptical going forward in people's eyes. This is a joke of a KVK from both sides. Me personally, I just wanted to bury 14. I didn't want any rewards to do with anything. After that, I was fine staying out of Kingsland. But obviously, a deal has been made with '06, as we can see. So it is what it is.
Just yeah, well, lack of honorable gaming. It's just that this is not really what we all signed up for, I'm guessing. And if it is, then yeah, the gaming world is going to hell, basically.
No, I guess from what I have been told from many big SOC kingdoms is this never happens in SOC.
Yeah, it won't. And not only I'm guessing it won't, but yeah, I'm guessing a lot of people uh, will see this and remember this. But I want to be very, very clear that my kingdom had nothing to do with this. We did not betray any of our allies. We did not plot to betray any of our allies. Okay,
The only
and that is a
thing
fact.
the only thing I will say that we can say against 31 is 31 should have added '04 into that group chat with 14 if they weren't planning on anything, right? It just '04 not being added just adds against you guys in a sense, and you
Well,
guys not allowing '04 into Kingsland too. So that's
no, I don't know. Again, that's yeah. I'm guessing you're right. That is correct.
yeah,
And I know that Pence tried to solve that, try to compensate. Actually, I know that Pence was trying to get them the star so that none of us would get the star and basically compensate them for the situation. And basically, I mean, again, I'm pretty sure we're not interested in damn buildings or stars. I think we don't need a star to recruit or to say something about us. That's my opinion, though, right?
yeah.
But definitely, somebody needs definitely something to show. And let me tell you something: that star is going to be tainted. I don't care who gets it. That star is going to be tainted, and I just feel bad for everybody in 28-31 right now. That's going to get basically zeroed or attacked because of these treacherous people. I just honestly, I'm going to go out of my way. I don't know how, but I'm going to go out of my way to make sure '06 stops being what they are right now.
So
And
did you guys came to a deal last night with '06 then? And then this
I
morning
think it
that
was this.
happened, or
I think it was this morning.
this morning? Okay.
So that tells you just the span of a deal in the game, right? I guess this is why a lot of here's something interesting. I think that the most asked question I get in the game is how did I how do I make wealth? How am I successful? How do I have a lot of money, et cetera, et cetera? Let me tell you something, guys, and to everybody, guys and girls, everybody who listens, your word has to mean something, because when you make deals for millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, you sign contracts, right? And contract is basically just your word in writing, and you have to honor that. If you don't honor that, well, we all know what happens, right? You get taken to court or whatever procedure takes place. But if you want to know, like, if this is your school of how you deal in life, and a lot of people just show who they are in a maximum expression, I guess, in these games because they hide behind a screen. But if this is a representation that the people of '06 have, and '05, '27, all these people, that's how they behave in life, or how they, you're going to be poor, brothers. You're going to, and sisters, you're going to be poor. And not going to be poor maybe financially, but you're going to be poor as business people,
Yeah.
because you need to have word. You need to have, even if you don't like what you agreed to, you have to honor it. That's the world that used to live a long time, that used to exist a long time ago. In fact, there used to be a saying like Sinatra. If you shook Sinatra's hand, that meant something. That guy, like, it had weight. Well, there's no longer a Sinatra handshake in the world. Apparently, this is just backstabbing and greed left and right
I guess
between.
though that could be said between everyone in this KVK in a sense, right?
No, no,
Uh,
no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who did I? Just tell me something. I have to argue against that. Who did 31 betray?
so
Tell me one kingdom.
in a sense though, I'm just saying lack of 31 leadership not involving '04, and the chat saying new allies and excluding '04 is a betrayal in a sense to '04 because they are in your camp, right?
But I
14.
have to tell you something. Wait. One thing, and this, you're correct in what you're saying, but you're also incorrect in one thing. Um, when they weren't added in the original chat in the negotiation table, from what I've gathered, but believe me, they were not going to be attacked or sidelined or anything. And the reason I know that is because next morning, or whenever this had already transcribed and I was obviously sleeping, um, there were already talking about how they were gonna, what they were gonna give to '04 or whatnot. And the reason was apparently something about 14 wanting to be in Kingsland or something. I really don't remember. I think it was something about space or whatever it is. But '04 was never going to be attacked, excluded from rewards. In fact, chat I sent you, in the chat I sent you, and you posted it this yesterday. There's conversations about the distribution of rewards. I think I don't have the whole thing. Mike Pence has it. But if you actually get that whole conversation, you would see that that's not completely true what you just said.
Yeah. Well, in a sense, lack of leadership from every kingdom has shown lack of communication. 14 was pushing out '04. You guys made a deal with 14. Who know? I don't know if '04 was involved or communicated with. I'm just speaking what people are saying and seeing. So that's where betrayal comes in. That's where accusations will come in. Is if '04 said they were never communicated with and 14's attacking them, and then all of a sudden you guys have an alliance with 14. Um, if I was '04, I would be mad if I wasn't communicated with, and that's where the 31 betrayed '04 is coming from. So if they
They
were
want to.
communicated with, if they weren't, I don't know. I'm just saying that's where those accusations of 31 betraying '04 came in.
Well, then I mean, if they want to talk about that and put it that way, I actually understand that, and I feel empathy for how they feel. I have to say that it's the truth.
Yeah, because if I was in their shoes and I was,
No, no, I
yeah,
get where you're. I feel empathy for what you're saying, and I agree. I agree. I agree. I think, and again, '04, they didn't throw a fit or anything. They behaved after that properly, and things were tried to amend. Again, just like I woke up today to a different scenario. and I went to a different scenario last night. I don't really know. I'm just
Yeah.
I get told things here and there, and then I don't even know what the hell is going on. I'm not even in the game, right? So I don't.
Yeah, that's
uh,
true.
I was actually about to watch the fight, and I just said, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna watch this trash." It's just really pathetic to see '06 behaving like this. To be honest,
Yeah. I mean, in a sense though, you should have known. You guys are smart. Like you're not stupid, right? You should have known
it's
that
not a well.
that '06 was
Lax
gonna do something.
Laxus, in all the respect, it's not about. I have to give the benefit to the doubt to everybody, because if you don't do that, you're prejudging them, and that's just going to lead to war and to arguments, and you can't be allies with somebody you don't really give the benefit of the doubt to.
Well, yeah, you
So
could give the benefit, but
yesterday I think we were face to face. I'm pretty sure they know that we could have, when they went to bed, we could have stumped them and do exactly what they're doing right now, and we didn't, right? And I think that shows the character of 31. And believe me, after the stunt they pulled yesterday, we should have put them down, right? And if I've had my way, yeah, last night it would have happened, because when they stood in front of the SIG and they did this whole show of strength, that's what should have happened, in my opinion. But um, our leadership gave them the benefit of the doubt, trusted that there was an agreement, or at least a stance, and they went behind and negotiated with everybody else. So um, I'm sorry, I cannot say that these people are our allies, or have been our allies, and yeah, we should have known. In my opinion, they already had betrayed us when they tried to do that conversation with you and 27 yesterday in the morning. I have all those screenshots, so I already knew that was going on. Then they saw us repelled 5 and 27, and then they started to participate. Which is ironic, right? They've betrayed you, and they've betrayed us. If you want to talk about a kingdom that has done basically everything and betrayed everybody, has been '06 yesterday, and you are very well aware of this. They betrayed you guys, correct?
they did attack. I was asleep when that happened. That was very late my time. I heard they started attacking us, and saying don't attack 31 or something when they did or not. So I don't know what happened with that, but yeah,
Well,
I think all
they
this
made a pact with
drama.
27 and 5, basically. And then when we repelled, we were able to get people online when we repelled 5 and 27. Then they wanted to show face that they weren't in league with you, but we had the screenshots. And again, that is honestly the reason yesterday during SIG we should have burnt these people. It was just,
I
even if '04 and '02 and everybody got involved, they should have gotten smacked right there, or when they went to bed, just smacked, because
I think none
they
of
went
this
behind it.
drama should happen though. If 14 never betrayed us, none of this would have happened ever. Let's be honest.
Just you're 100% right. Just answer me one question.
Yes.
Would '04, '31, '02, and '06 be in Kingsland right now if 14 hadn't gotten into? I wouldn't. Let's not. I don't want to put betrayal. If you guys hadn't gone into an argument, would
Absolutely not.
any of would any of us
Absolutely
be in
not.
King's Landing?
No. If our leadership
Correct.
and 14 leadership worked it out, if each side wasn't so greedy, and I'm not going to be biased towards anyone, but no, this would have never happened. You
Correct.
guys would have been
So
out, but yeah.
exactly, and you know what? I would have been I would have been okay with that scenario, because that's probably the scenario that should have happened. And in that scenario, we fight. I take my kills like in KBK 2. I would have been happy, just defending towers and just getting 2 million, 3 million kills. I mean 3 billion kill points. But this is just like pathetic display of sportsmanship. This is
Yeah.
just
Do
I
you
honestly
regret making
you
that deal with 14 then in the end?
actually, after what I'm seeing today, and how they've behaved with us, I have to say, what I regret is not having 14 on my team from the start and giving you 06. I don't care if it was an Imperial Kingdom. Uh, I have to, from what I've seen and my conversation with 14, and I'm in that chat. In that chat, I am present with 14 because after this whole thing unraveled, I said to be put in that chat, and at least in Discord, I'm in that chat. And I have to make that declaration, just clarification, just in case there's another chat I'm not in game, but in Discord, um, they've basically when we asked them to pull out of Killing's Landing, they did. When we asked them to support us this morning, when this whole shebang happened, they showed up. They could have stayed back and not done anything and just hide behind their wall and just let us burn because they could have done that. They have no exposure in Kingsland, and you got to see where I'm coming from now. This is not now a betrayer from your point of view. This is a betrayer, but for me, from our point, from 31's point of view, and from if any of you are soldiers out there, I'm not. I've never gone to war, but the people who bleed with you are your friends, right? The people who take a bullet defending what you're defending are your friends and your allies. So when 14 took out today and said we're gonna try to get to you guys and help you, I'm you're asking me a very wrong question after what '06 did. I mean, the question you need to ask me is if I think that 14 is more honorable than '06. I think the answer is obvious from my perspective. Everybody else has a different perspective, and I respect it, right? But from my perspective, no. If 14 gets attacked and I have troops and I can defend them, I'll defend them. I don't care if it's my last 100 million troops. That's just how I am, and that's what I believe in.
Yeah, but you talk about honor though. 14 trying to betray their allies is dishonorable. Wouldn't you
Well,
agree like
that's
going
so
forward
so
that
so 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 again. That's an opinion, and I respect that because you're from '05. But from the conversations I saw, from the screenshots I saw, the one that kicked 14 out of the alliance was
Yes,
'05.
yes, I agree.
So so
Oh
so
05 did.
hold on. Let me just finish this statement before you start
Okay.
adding things and asking me more questions. So '05 kicked 14 out of the alliance, right? And 14, what was 14 supposed to do?
Um
Go to home kingdom. This is something. See, everybody says crucifies 14, right? But if you have three allies and those three allies tell you, fuck off, we're not gonna give you anything. You're done with us. What is 14 supposed to do? So talk. Let's actually go into what betrayal is.
so
So if
so
your allies kick you out of your team,
yep.
what's 14 supposed to do?
So you just basically said how O4 feels then. So you just basically explained O4's situation right there with your
Oh four
statement.
oh four is not the oh four is not the one attacking us though,
No, but
and that's
they got kicked out of that group chat. So you just basically said what O4 happened to O4 just now.
no. Well, first of all, '04 was not excluded from our alliance. They were excluded from the That's exactly what I wanted to clarify before. You said alliance chat. That was not an alliance chat. That was a pact to do whatever they were going to do. And if you read that whole chat, '04 is included in rewards and whatnot. So they're not being kicked out of the alliance. And next morning they got land. They got into King's Landing. So when we talk about what happened between 14 and '04, two different things, very two different things. And some people are going to say, "Oh, you're just being prejudiced because you're in 31." No, no, no. It's a different thing because we didn't go into arguments with '04. First of all,
Yeah.
right? '04 was never in an argument with 31. '04 has never been the enemy of 31 or has even had a single dispute with 31.
Yeah.
Okay. '06, '02, we're in that chat. So if we're going to talk about that, why didn't '06 and '02 add them to the chat?
Yeah, I don't know.
'06 is supposed to be their best friend and whatnot. Why didn't they add them to the chat? I mean, again, this is when we're talking about what happened between you and 14. And what happened with us, it's different. We had no argument. We were not at war. We were not cursing each other. Our intention was not basically to screw anybody. And from what I saw in those chats, and again, you can get somebody to get them all to you. I think that would be more productive than me telling you this and you speculating on the other side. Um, but '04 was not a matter of being excluded from anything. Basically, I think that the situation with Kingsland was in the beginning uh, thought in a way. I don't know who thought about this, by the way. To be clear, the plan about this maybe it was 14. I have to say that it was probably more likely 14 because they were the ones I wanted to basically get you guys kicked out of Kingsland. But again, very different situation between
So,
four
yeah,
and
14,
us.
14 was kicked. I already blatantly said leadership should have never kicked them. 14 was never gonna not get rewards. Everyone already agreed 14 was gonna get the most amount of rewards besides Ziggurat. That was always the deal. Even without 14 being in the chat, everyone was on the same page. That was the deal. But if 14, I could see how they felt betrayed being kicked, but there was an agreement, I guess, said before. I'm not in the Diplo. I'm just going off of what was said. But yeah, 14 was never not going to get rewards, but they just wanted the star. And I feel like that's how all this drama starts, is with this stupid star that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean it's just a matter of ego. But anyways, it's we all have ego, and this is a game after all. So we all want to basically say "rar" at the end of the night, right? But yeah, I think that the biggest problem here though is this whole uh, I think this is a situation also that Lilith can take some blame for, and yeah,
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, Kingdoms, there needs to be a system where you can't attack your own camp, I think, in any KVKs like this. That would help with a lot of betrayals, but like most people said, this never happens in SOC. This is just young kingdom drama. So
I think it's good. To be honest, I think that it's good that this is happening in a way because these are the people we're going to be fighting with probably in SOC. Um, not just not we're not going to go against the old kingdoms immediately. I'm guessing, but
yeah. Yeah, we'll go versus kingdoms that I guess in our first SOC, people that are doing their first SOC will get matched up with us, and then after that, it's based off whatever seed you're in. So it's based off the time you register for the KVK, and then whatever seed your kingdom is. So there's 4 different pops for KVKs you can choose to register or skip to get a better matchup, stuff like that. But yeah.
yeah, it's just pathetic to be honest. But yeah, there will be more KBKs.
Yeah. And yeah.
And oh 06, make sure you finish us tonight. Make
Our,
sure you do. If not, oh 07, make sure you waste us because if you don't, yeah, ask 27 if we give up. Yeah,
are you gonna go crazy fighting tonight? Or are you guys pulling out?
I don't know. I'm not management. This is
Looks like
yeah.
14's making their way into Kingsland, so
So you see, uh, Lambeau from 1029 says, if you play this game long enough, you will win and lose in KVK. Honor and integrity mean more than any KVK reward ever will. Oh
yeah.
06, read that over and over.
Yeah, Lambo is an OG to the game. He has been playing for a very long time. He's seen this before, and he knows
This,
it never lasts. So
yeah, you should kid the king of '06 in here.
let me see. Let me see. Hey, let me ask Punisher.
I very doubt that he's gonna get in here and talk. I would, if I was in his positions, I would basically hide my face.
Yeah, I can't force anyone to get on here, but
Oh, of course not. No, no, no. We know that.
I will openly invite him on.
See if his own members actually get him to get online.
I just asked one of their R4s if he'll get on. But yeah, just stemming back, I think I don't know. I think making a deal with the enemy because you're kicked out of King's Land, um, going forward, maybe shouldn't be something to be done. You know, you should call them out and be like, hey, your enemies are trying to, backstab you right now. But with the whole situation with everything, '05 side, '14 side, '06, '31, everyone's just getting greedy this KVK. It's just, you can't really trust anyone. After what happened, the past 3 days, you
Oh,
shouldn't have trusted
and
anyone.
I'm sure. By the way, one thing I'm sure of is that this is not going to be the last betrayal. I am pretty sure that 27, 5 are going to fight '04, 2, and 6. And believe me, we'll take our bite at 27 and '05 if we can from the back, and I don't care if I help '04 and 2 get the star, but '07 and 25 you ain't going nowhere, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't know the plans of anything, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I don't. I would hope we don't plan to betray anyone from '05's perspective.
Oh, they will, because if you see the setup, that this was going to happen because of the setup of the map. As
Yeah.
you said, we can't be naive, right? Wasn't that your word, your logic before? You couldn't expect them not to betray. So I'll tell you the same thing now. Your future setup is set up and primed for betrayal, because they have three kingdoms in King's Landing. You have two,
Yeah.
and not only do you have two, you have two enemies who are going to make sure that you specifically '05 and '27 do not get that star. So it's in any contest for that star, you are in the worst setup there is. That is a promise.
Okay.
We will make sure that '04 and '02 get a star. '06 is not going to get that
I
star.
think the king of '06 wants to join.
Oh, let's go.
Let's see. Let me add him